took a bite of ice cream, and the little girl across from me copied. I found it amusing, and she seemed to enjoy it too. But the next second, I set down my spoon, a sharp smile curling on my lips. I wiped my watch clean, walked straight to her, and knocked her ice cream to the ground. My name is Bella, a top contract killer. Every day, I send about a dozen people to their end. Back home, I poured poison onto the table like arranging a piece of art. With a bottle of whiskey in my hand, I sank into the couch. When my boss walked in to give me a job, this was the first thing he saw. His eyebrows twitched, and he stepped closer to check.
I got you!
Yes.
A bit, admit it, a tiny bit.
A tiny bit, yes.
He handed me the payment and the file. I took it and left. I quickly found the target's address and photo. I didn't bother bringing a gun this time, just a poison hairpin. While the guard at the door was distracted, I slipped to the wall and climbed up the pipe like a cat. Inside, the place was empty. Through the window, I saw my target throwing a party in the backyard. I smiled. To me, he was nothing but a cash machine. I opened the wardrobe, looking for a dress to blend in. Footsteps approached. The wardrobe swung open, empty. He thought he was imagining things, not knowing I was curled up inside a suitcase, holding my breath. I changed clothes and walked into the party, ready to get close to the target, but saw him playing with his grandson. The boy stormed back inside. I followed and tricked him into calling his grandfather. When the target stepped in, his eyes hooked onto me. I closed the door. He was still staring, filled with greed. I pulled out the hairpin and made my move. He went down instantly. Back home, my boss brought bad news. One of the targets had survived and was in the hospital. I had to silence him before he could talk. At the hospital entrance, the police were waiting. I slipped in dressed as a doctor. In the restroom, I brushed past a female cop. Neither of us knew who the other really was. When she walked out, I had already made the whole room quiet. Another job came in. Fiddle no gun. I mixed a bottle of poisoned perfume. At the banquet, I pretended to pour drinks but kept my eyes on the target. When she headed to the restroom, I followed. The butler stopped me. I said I was delivering perfume. He let me in. She sprayed it on herself. I stepped back, watching her shift from curiosity to panic. This was my favorite way to end someone. Back home, my boss grabbed me by the neck, furious about the wrong target. Before I could explain, my boyfriend showed up. I called the old man my brother. My boyfriend shook his hand. I sent him away, but he spotted the half-used perfume in the trash and took it. Moments later, a dull thud echoed at the door. I opened it to see him on the ground. He never knew what killed him.